Last year, I flew all of my dogs, service dogs, pets in cabin, pets in cargo, and after that experience, I have some tips and key differences to share. I'll start with service dogs. In Canada, flying with a service dog depends on the airline. You're going to need a letter from your doctor or therapist saying that you need a service dog and that the dog is task trained. You will also need proof of a public access test, provincial or private, and that has to be submitted at least 48 hours before your flight for approval. Rules vary, so always check the airline's specific policies. If you're unsure, I recommend calling them directly. Service dogs fly for free, but please don't fake a service dog just to avoid paying. Pets in the cabin or in cargo, I think this is how most people will be flying their pets, so here's what you need to know. Your pet has to be crate trained whether they are flying in cabin or in cargo. Expect a pet fee. This is usually around $100 per flight. For pets flying in cargo, you have to provide food and water. I recommend freezing it the night before to avoid it spilling or them eating it all right away. And arrive 3 hours early for major airports and 2 hours early for smaller ones. I know cargo can seem kind of scary, but when I flew with Nix, I got to see firsthand how carefully he was handled, which gave me such peace of mind. If you're still concerned, you can always talk to your vet about medication options, but that is a conversation for you and your vet to have. Shipping animals as cargo. This process is much more complex and expensive, and it's a lot easier if you're near one of the major Canadian airports like Vancouver, Calgary, Toronto. Shipping costs start at around $500 depending on the dog's size. Same as flying with a pet, they have to be crate trained, they have to be dropped off 3 hours before the flight, and at the destination it may take 1 to 2 hours for the dog to be offloaded, so you'll want to communicate that to whoever is picking up the dog. I hope this helps anyone flying with their dog. If you want a more detailed breakdown of any of these topics, definitely let me know. Personally, I found it was pretty difficult to find clear information on all of this when I was figuring it out. So if a more detailed video would help, let me know. I'd be happy to do a deeper dive on each of these topics.